Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to read you a book today called Mother, and then it has the word goose crossed out, and it says Bruce up here. So this guy is Bruce. What do you think Bruce is feeling like in this picture? His mouth is kind of full to the side. What's going on? He's got ducks climbing all over him. Let's read and see what happens. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He was a grump. Maybe that's why his mouth was all curled up that way. He did not like sunny days. He did not like rain. He did not like cute little animals. Bruce only liked one thing, eggs. He collected them from all over the forest. Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow. Uh-oh. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. Whoops, I skipped some words. But Bruce didn't eat eggs raw like other bears. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. Do you think bears can really look up things on the computer? I don't know about that. So one day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. So he went out to get the ingredients. First, he caught a few salmon. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. He liked to support a local business, you see. Last, he went to Mrs. Goose's nest to pay her a visit. Are these eggs free-range organic? It looks like Mrs. Goose is a little bit scared. At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling. But the fire in his stove fizzled. Fizzled means it went out. So he went out to get more wood. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. I wonder what the surprise is going to be. Oh no! Look what happened. Those eggs hatched. And the speech bubble that's coming from these little ducklings or gooselings says, Mama! Who do you think they're calling Mama? You think they might be thinking Bruce? Bruce is their Mama. Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. So they mistook him for their mother. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not goslings or little baby geese. He supposed he could settle for buttered goslings on toast, but for some reason he lost his appetite. Oh, I'm glad. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest. I will have to ask Mrs. Goose about her return policy. He wants to take the goose eggs back. Be back in April. There's a little sign that Mrs. Goose left, only to find Mrs. Goose had flown south early. She went to go get some warmer weather. Bruce left the goslings there anyway, and he went back home. Aww. The little speech bubbles say, Mama? Mama? But he was followed. Bruce was very stern and said things like, go away, and I'm not your mother, and also, I liked you better when you were eggs. Oh, not very nice. Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. This speech bubble says, roar. He's mad, frustrated, and upset. There's the goslings. They don't look very scared. It didn't work. Goslings always follow their mother, even if she is a he and he is a bear. Mama? They're chasing him. Bruce was stuck with them. He tried to make the best of it. That looks pretty fun. It was hard work. Oh no, looks like the goslings are making messes. Looks like he tried to cook them something, and one of them says, "Look." The other one says, "Ugh." The other one says, "Yuck." Looks like Bruce is tired, and so are the geese. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky goslings grow older. There's an arrow pointing to the annoying baby geese. And then they turned into stubborn teenage geese. And then boring adult geese. Then, one fall afternoon, he saw other goose families flying south. Finally, he'd be rid of those geese. And he could take a long winter nap. Bruce explained migration. He's trying to get the geese to fly south to warmer weather, which is what geese do. That's what their mom did. But they didn't listen. They just got some scarves and warmer clothes. Bruce needed the geese to leave, so he got creative. He had a little slingshot to see if he could start them to fly. Nothing worked. The geese would not leave Bruce. Sigh. So Bruce decided to pack up some bags and take his geese into town. They boarded a bus and migrated to Miami. Looks like Bruce is taking a nap. Now, every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about at the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice-cold lemonade, while Bruce dreams of new recipes that don't hatch. One of the goslings has well, it's actually a goose now, has a little turtle that crawled up and said, "Mama." The end.